Hi, I'm Lou, another episode of My Car Store. We're at FuelFed in Winnetka, and I'm here with Tim. Tim, what's your last name?
Tim Olson is my name.
Tim Olson, and Tim's got an interesting car without a doubt, so I'm going to grab the camera. Tim, first of all, you brought a very interesting car. Quite honestly, I've never seen one before. What is this car?
This car is a Triumph Herald, but it is not just a Triumph Herald, it's a Triumph Herald 948. Which means it has the earliest engine, which was only made for 1 year.
Really?
Yes.
And when you found this car, what kind of condition was it in?
Well, it looked pretty good from the outside, but from the underside, it was rusty. All the brakes were worn out. The gas tank was worn out. It was a mess. It had been sitting for 25 years in a garage.
So why this car out of all the cars in the world?
Well, I like to collect cars that nobody else has. And this one caught my eye.
You've done it.
This one caught my eye on Craigslist.
Really?
Yes.
Have you ever seen another one?
Oh yes, there are several other ones around, but not this early model.
Okay. Come on right next to me. Let's take a look at it.
Okay.
There you go. Let's take a look at the Triumph Herald. Now I'm curious, was there a coupe edition of this as well, or was it just a convertible?
Yes, no, there was a coupe edition as well.
Okay.
They were more common. The coupe edition was much more common than the convertible. As far as I know, this is the oldest convertible still running in the world from this era.
Wow.
And it is also the oldest one, only one in the world still running painted this original color.
Come on right next to me. Let's take a look at this. So, I mean, it's just an amazing, it's one of these cars that if you're a car person, you stop and you say, really, I mean, it's got wonderful styling. I like the headlights, how they point forward, and the tail, how it points forward. I'm going to go a little stretch here. We're talking in 1960. It kind of has some 57 Chevy styling to it. With
well,
those.
This was styled by an Italian. So the company, Vitali, was the company in Italy who helped style this car. That's why it has the symbols on here are Vignali and Standard, which was the name for the name for Triumph.
Okay.
However, some people have said those nautical flags also represent I am in distress. So I don't know exactly what that means.
Interesting rubber bumpers as almost the
Amazingly, those are still made in England.
Really?
So you can get those.
I just want to feature some of the jewelry on this car. You got this nice little handle and this little light that features here. What are these bolting to on the other side?
Those are just fancy bolts that hold the trunk adapters to hold it up.
And the wonderful little jewelry here. Let's.
By the way, this won best in class at the British National Car Show.
Really?
So it was in Hot Springs, Arkansas in 2015.
How'd you feel when they mentioned that?
I was surprised, but very happy.
Very happy. I'm happy for you. Let's take a look at the interior, if you'll open that, please. Go ahead. Let's open the door here for just a moment. I just want to kind of get the feel of the door. So it has a vinyl interior or a leather interior.
Vinyl interior.
And then we have this stick shift.
Simple.
What's this down here? The high beams?
That's the high and low beam.
High and low beams. This is your
simple dashboard for a fan. We have the usual. I had all of those dials rebuilt and recolored.
It's amazing.
I had all of the wiring redone. I did that myself.
That's wonderful. All right, let's open the hood, shall we? And it has a unique way of doing that. So I'm gonna.
Yep.
Go ahead. I'm gonna get on this side to show how you do that. You undo these on both sides.
Yep. Which is kind of nice because if you ever need to work on the car,
it does.
You can just climb right in.
Look at that. This is all pretty self-explanatory. Battery.
What? Windshield wiper.
Windshield wiper. Look at the suspension, the way the front end just pops up like that.
All of this was my paint. I stripped everything, turned my basement into a paint shop, and repainted, and took the engine out.
Let me hop on the other side. Where's the tags? Oh, here they are.
There they are.
That just answered my question. I'm doing that sideways so you can see that.
Different from the saloons, this car has dual carburetors.
Okay, was that standard for this car?
Standard for this car.
Okay.
Unfortunately, those are very unusual SU carburetors, and I was missing a part. To get the part, I had to look all over the world. I finally found the part in New Zealand.
What was the reaction when you went, oh, holy cow, I think I found it?
Well, I was very happy, and there's a club called Triumph Herald International.
Really?
Without that group and asking for things, I would never have found the parts I needed to finish this
That's
car.
a great shout out to those
Yeah.
guys. Let's start her up.
Okay.
And we'll get a little exhaust note.
Carol took the key.
I'll go get them. She's got the keys? Okay.
Pause for a second.
Yeah,
I always leave the key in the
yeah, that's helpful. We'll get those. While you're doing that, I'll continue to, I'll find things to do.
Get to an old pickup truck.
The M's on the here stand for Micheletti, who was the actual designer of this car. The Italian company, he worked for the Italian company Vignali.
Wonderful. All right, the keys have arrived.
I don't get on Phil, hand it over to you. Come on, I was an extra in Chicago PD on Monday. Can't I get
Here we go.
That's right.
There we go.
He's famous.
Thank you for handing the keys. Our key runner.
My Woody was on Chicago PD on Monday.
Need a little exhaust note. All right, Tim, let's shut her down. All right, Tim, let's shut her down. Tim, I think we're going to stand over here because now your car's drawn a crowd.
Right.
Tim, thanks for being on My Car Story. Wonderful car, wonderful story. What a treat. Thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to share my car that I did myself. My first and last restoration.
Thanks, Tim.
Sure.